they say power today isn't held by armies or governments. It's held by those who control the flow of trade. And no country has mastered that art better than China. From the steel in your car to the chips in your phone, Beijing's silent hand shapes what the world buys, sells, and even dreams of producing. But how did China rise from a struggling economy to the world's trade superpower, controlling global supply chains, prices, and even political decisions? Tonight, we reveal the secrets behind China's control of world trade. What's the grand design of China's trade? After the fall of the Soviet Union, China watched as capitalism dominated the world. But Beijing chose a different path, a hybrid system, communist politics with capitalist economics. The secret? State capitalism. A system where the government runs the economy like a corporation, guiding industries, banks, and exports under one unified goal: global dominance. While Western nations privatized everything, China strategically invested in manufacturing, infrastructure, and logistics. They weren't just building factories, they were building control points over the global trade system. How China became the factory of the world. By the early 2000s, something remarkable happened. Nearly 30% of the world's manufacturing came from China. Toys, electronics, clothing, all stamped Made in China. But this wasn't luck. It was a planned trap. China offered cheap labor, low taxes, and massive export incentives. Western corporations rushed in, shutting down local factories and moving production to China. Soon, entire industries, from steel to pharmaceuticals, became dependent on Chinese supply chains. Beijing understood. When the world depends on you to produce, you don't need to invade anyone. They come to you. Master Plan of China. The Belt and Road Master Plan. In 2013, China unveiled its most ambitious project yet, the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. On the surface, it looked like a development program: ports, highways, and railways connecting continents. But beneath that, it was a trade control network. By funding infrastructure in over 140 countries, China gained influence over ports, logistics, and critical routes. From Pakistan's Gwadar port to Greece's Piraeus harbor, China doesn't just ship goods. It owns the gateways of global trade. Debt became another tool. When smaller nations couldn't repay Chinese loans, they offered long-term leases of ports and resources, giving Beijing a quiet empire built not on conquest, but contracts, rare earths, and resource control. Here's another hidden layer. China controls over 70% of the world's rare earth metals, materials vital for smartphones, electric cars, and military technology. In 2010, China restricted exports of these materials to Japan during a political dispute. The message was clear. If you go against Beijing, your economy pays the price. From lithium to cobalt, China's reach into Africa, South America, and Central Asia ensures that the raw materials of the future all flow through Chinese-controlled hands. The digital Silk Road. Trade control isn't just physical anymore. It's digital. Through companies like Huawei, Alibaba, and TikTok, China has built a digital empire that controls data, infrastructure, and communication networks across the globe. By providing cheap 5G networks and cloud services to developing nations, China ensures their digital economy runs on Chinese technology. It's not just about goods anymore. It's about information, surveillance, and influence. The New World Order of Trade. While the US and Europe struggle with inflation and trade deficits, China's grip tightens. Even American tech giants rely on Chinese manufacturing and rare earths. Every attempt to decouple ends up revealing the same truth. The world can't function without China's trade network. This isn't coincidence. It's a century-long vision, where trade is power and dependence is control. The hidden empires once rose with armies and fell with wars. But the new empire, the Chinese empire, is built with contracts, factories, and ports. It doesn't conquer with tanks. It conquers with trade. And as long as the world keeps buying, China keeps winning.